Who is the greatest basketball player of all time? The GOAT, if you will. Well, I'm going to convince you that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. Now, many people would think otherwise, but in my opinion, they're wrong. This is really one of the most disputed topics in today's basketball world. Everyone has their opinions, but I will give you 3 reasons why Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. I love basketball player, and I love talking about it just as much. This particular topic really intrigues me though. I have done extensive research on it, and I just love listening to lots of sports analysts examine why they think Michael Jordan or LeBron James or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Wilt Chamberlain, the list goes on, are the best players of all time. In this speech, I will explain to you how Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time because of his straight dominance in his era, the respect of the other players around him, and in today's NBA, and his impact on the world. Michael Jordan was one of the most dominant players ever. His career stats are 30.1 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game, and 5.3 assists per game. He averages the most amount of points in a career in NBA history. Now, Wilt Chamberlain, who is in the running for the greatest of all time, during one season he had 50 points per game in that season. Now, in his career, it was much smaller, mainly because his career was cut short. Michael Jordan, in his 15-year career, had 10 scoring titles, which means that he led the entire NBA in scoring 10 times out of his 15-year career. He also had 10 All-NBA first team appearances, which basically means that you are a top 5 NBA player, and he was that 10 times in his career. He was also a 9-time All-NBA defensive first team, had 5 MVPs, 6 Finals MVPs, and 1 Defensive Player of the Year award. And he also had a Rookie of the Year award. And to top that all off, he was 6 for 6 in the NBA Finals. He was so incredibly dominant, and everyone around him knew it. He had the respect of everyone he played against as well. In a poll taken by present and past NBA players, he won the vote for the greatest player of all time by over 60%. The next closest was LeBron James at 11.9%. Even when Michael Jordan was in his rookie season, Larry Bird, another NBA legend, said he was the best basketball player he'd ever seen, just in his rookie year. Not many people can say that ever. That anyone, the type of basketball player that Larry Bird was, he would trash talk everyone, and you had to earn his respect in order to get anything said to you like that. And he had that in his rookie season. Besides just that, Michael Jordan impacted the world around him in tremendous ways. If you have ever been to any basketball game ever, you will probably seen somebody on the team wearing the number 23. It is probably the most famous basketball number in the world. He helped make basketball famous as well. During the 1980s, basketball wasn't all that popular. Now, there were NBA legends playing at the time, such as Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, but it wasn't the same. Lots of people viewed it, but the hype around him when he played was just incredible. When he went to town, everybody wanted to go to those games. Like, everyone. My mom told me a story of when she was younger, she got tickets to the Nuggets, and back in the 80s and 90s, the Nuggets were not that good. And Michael Jordan just had that aura around him. Everybody wanted to be there just to watch him. Everywhere the Bulls went, they helped sell out stadiums. Another reason why he has impacted the world in a different way than anyone else is the Jordan brand. Now, everyone has heard of the Jordan brand probably. It is one of the most famous clothing and shoe brands in the world, and it has a net worth of approximately $1.3 billion. And Michael Jordan's net worth is $1.9 billion. So that has really made him, basically. The Jordan brand has some of the most coveted shoes ever, and they sell at some outrageous prices. And he has helped build Nike from the ground up, like, really. So, all in all, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time because of his dominance, the respect of other NBA players, not just analysts and people like you and me, NBA players, people who played alongside him, and his impact on the world we know. Many can make their argument about LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, and so on, but it's just not the same as Michael Jordan. He really is the greatest basketball player of all time.